Hi everyone, I'm back with part 2 of my A6 Hobonichi flip through. Before we get started, I kind of want to give you like a size reference. So this is another A6 Hobonichi that I have not started on yet. I haven't approached it. I kind of have a lot of unstarted Hobonichis, but I will get to it eventually. I saw this cover. I really liked it. I thought it was romantic looking. I don't know exactly how I'm going to use this Hobonichi. But just to give you a reference, the reason why I'm pulling this out is because I wanted to show you this right here. See how thin it is? This is what this used to look like. So as you can see, that's a big difference. This barely even closes. So Hobonichis are very good with the spine, so it will expand a lot if you put a lot of layers into it. So if you want to use this as a mixed media art journal, you can. I just know it's going to get very chunky, and like I said, there's still pages in here that I couldn't get to that I just cut out. If I was to do this again, what I would probably do, and I say that because I say that even though that's probably not true, usually I just jump in, but what I should do is cut it in half and split it into 2 books. I enjoy this, but even then, it's too big of a hump. I have a lot of Hobonichis that I work in. This is another one. This is a bigger size, and I'm not going to flip through it right now, but this isn't even halfway through the book, and see how chunky it is. So, but I never cut them beforehand. I always wait, and so it kind of makes it harder for me to, I kind of don't want to cut through it, but I need to in order to make it more approachable to work in. Because even though I like this, I don't think I want them to get this thick because it's harder to store. It doesn't stay closed. But yeah, so if you are a person who likes to layer like me, just know it's going to start off this size, but it can get as thick as this. So you may want to cut this in half, so that way you have 2 smaller books to work from, and you fill it out faster. So before we do that flip through, I just wanted, some of you may not know what the original size of that Hobonichi looks like. Okay, here we go. Let's finish this. Okay, so here again, it's just some paper, magazine cutouts, vellum paper, and watercolor. I'm gonna do another video one day showing you my different watercolor palettes, because these are all coming from the similar watercolor. This is a tag watercolor washi tape, magazine clip out. This is some emboss paper that I just cut out, and some die cuts. So this page, I wanted this page to kind of give off these vibes, but like lighter colors. So I used some of these cards from Hobby Lobby because I love those cards, some magazine clippings, paint chip, a little that watercolor paint, and again, a lot of times I'm just sticking to certain color themes or color palettes. On this page, I'm using a mixture of, I sometimes like to challenge myself to mix vintage and modern. So I use like ledger paper and digitals from, those kind of vintage printable shops. But I also use digital planner stickers from, oh my gosh, Lux Books Planner. So she has a great shop if you're a digital planner, but even if you're not a digital planner, you can just print out the stuff and use it. You can cut it out. So a lot of these are from her these stickers, this are from digital planner stickers. So I shortly did digital planning, but I'm a very tactile, physical person, so I kind of like I kind of like working with paper, the feel of paper. But like I said, I love her stickers, her digitals, so you can always print out digital things and just put it in your, make them physical. Okay, so here we have some stained tea paper, ribbon, scrapbook paper, magazine, and I'm just collaging it. This was a painted paper that I was doing for a workshop. It was on newsprint, so I just cut it down, and then I pasted it in here. I was planning on going back on top, but I could never figure out what I was going to do, and I just kind of like the way it looks. I just left it alone. All right, some of this is packaging. Some of this, I can see the receipt paper, and then I painted on top. I used some packaging from different products. I went in with some ephemera paper, stickers, and magazine cutouts. And then as you can see, some of this is clear, not clear, just some of this is gessoed on top. This page was also fun, so I'm just taking thin scrapbook paper. This is one of my later spreads, and I'm highlighting different pictures that I saw in the Origins magazine. I never finished this page, but I like it. This is, as you see, it's an image of myself, a picture from a Van Gogh, that immersive Van Gogh experience exhibit. Here's some polka dot packing tape, scrapbook paper, and for this purple, I have these paint daubers that you can get in the kids section. Let me see if I can find it real quick. So if you go to a place like Ross or Marshall's, they have these like paint daubers. Tim Holtz used to have like a distress stains, but those are discontinued. So this is like a great alternative. So I got a bunch of these in different colors. And so that's how I made these marks. So it's not really finished, but I like the way it looks. So here we have a bunch of blank paper I need to tear out. I was trying something different on this page. This is actually a napkin, which I just glued in. Just took a regular glue stick, pasted it in. This is putting in stickers from Little Craft Place. I got this from Little Craft Place. I got this candy from Little Craft Place. I wanted to include the wrappers, so I just take that there. And this page is kind of just supposed to be, meant to be fun and very colorful and bright. It's not my favorite page, but I like the, you know, it was fun. It's fun. Okay, this is another page that I love. I took like these huge embellishment ephemera from Hobby Lobby. I love these post-it notes. I use them all the time. I use a lot of post-it notes in my journal spreads and make them background paper, and then I just take different stickers and I put them on top, and then I just outlined it so it kind of makes it look sketchy and painterly. We're coming to the end, thankfully. Oh, we're almost done. Okay, so this is a fun page. It's taking these same die pieces from Hobby Lobby, and actually they're interactive to where, yeah, I was just watching the page with some different watercolors that I got. These are the Jane Davenport layer cakes. And so I was just testing it out, and I kind of made like a little interactive gatefold. And here's some other, I was testing out these paint daubers. So this is just a swatch card. So I just like the way this looks. Same on this side, I was swatching it, and I love Jane Davenport. I love these layer cake. And I'll talk about these on a watercolor palette. But yeah, I use these paints. I was swatching them out, and with my swatches I just do them in circles and then outline it with like a gold metallic marker. Even though I love these paints, they are kind of chalky. They do kind of rub off, but I still love these paints. I would still suggest these paints, but they just, that's something to be mindful of. They do tend to rub off. Okay, but I love the way this swatch page turned out. It's so cute. Here's another swatch page. I was also testing, yeah, some of these colors as well, but I just stuck with the pinks. I just drew my own little Hello Kitty. I used this iridescent paint, and I included some stickers, Hello Kitty stickers. We're getting closer toward the end. I don't know what was it. I'm not really sure what I was talking about that day, but these are all stickers or ephemeras, and I just kind of stuck with this minty and blush pink color theme. So we have a magazine cutout, magazine, post-it notes, stickers, and it's just a happy spread. I love these colors. Okay. As you can see, that's, like I said, as you can see, it's kind of creating this huge hump. You kind of have to have something underneath. So, okay, so it could just sit there. So it says, dream big and have moments, darling. And then I just took, cut out pages from different printables. I have this iridescent washi. This is from one of those foam stamps. And then just use some markers and outline those markers. I really love this way. I love finding ways to alter scrapbook paper. So this is scrapbook paper. Yeah, all these, I have several of these are from pieces of scrapbook paper. What I did is I just took different paints, took some stenciling, and kind of tone it down just a little bit to make it more cohesive. And I need to do that more. And then I just went on top with different types of stickers. You are a gem, my heart blooms with flowers. So these are just stickers from different sticker books, and it makes one collage. So, and of course, I went back with my favorite gold metallic marker, which I haven't seen that marker lately, and I need it because sometimes my spreads feel incomplete without this marker. So last couple of pages. I don't think I actually finished this one, but I still like the way it looks. Same with this. I was testing out different color schemes using magazine pages. I do love this color theme though. Yeah, I love this color palette. It's like a dark green, blush pink, reds, gold. It's very romantic looking. This is, what's her name? It's what's her name from The Breakfast Club. Anyway, I love this picture of it. I took different images from magazines and kind of made this. I kind of made this collage. It says, I knew exactly who I wanted to be, but those desires changed every week. So I forgot where I got this quote from, but I thought it was fitting. So yeah. Here's another page I didn't really finish. I used it post-it notes, some watercolor swatches, printouts from books, a tag with watercolor, and I believe, okay, this is the last page. Yay. Now, just because this is the last page, I don't think this was the last page that I did. Like I said, I was trying to fill in because I knew it was going to be harder once I got to the end. I knew it was going to be harder to work in. So I actually did a lot of the back pages before I did some of the middle pages. So this wasn't the last page that I did in here. But as you can see, it has a very yellow spread. Love it. Book pages in the back, scrapbook paper, yellow stickers. It says, "Dear friend, be great." So I love that this this Hobonichi journal ended on such a happy, colorful note. So yes, thank you. Like I said, it's been a while since I've worked in here. I've been done with this for probably months, maybe even a year. I just didn't film it because there's so much to go through. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. And I will probably be decorating the cover, possibly. I do have an actual Hobonichi cover for this, but I always take it out. So I'll probably just leave it. I'll probably just redecorate the cover and I'll do a process video and then we'll be completely done. I'll take out all those empty pages, use them for something else, and then we'll put this away. And like I said, I'll use this for further inspiration for future journaling pages. But if you have a Hobonichi, do you journal in it? Do you think you will try doing some mixed media collages in the Hobonichi? Let me know in the comments below. Thank you. Like I said, if I redecorate the cover, I will post a process video of this as well. Thank you. Bye. So I'm gonna go over into voiceover, and I decided to decorate the cover after all. So right here you see me adding some scrapbook paper from Hobby Lobby. I just cut it down the size, and I'm taking this glue from Craftelier called Block Glue. it smells a lot like Fabri-Tac, and it works the same as well. So I adhered it with that glue. And now I'm just going around cutting the edges with my X-Acto knife. This X-Acto knife is kind of dull, but it works, so that's why I kind of come back in with some scissors. So yeah, I just decided I kind of got tired of looking at that cover. It was too dark. I really wasn't feeling it. So I'm just going in with some different papers to make it more me. I have this piece of envelope that I'm wanting to attach, and right now I'm going back in to look for some vintage papers to kind of create this collage cover. The reason why I have the journal open flat like this is because it's so chunky. I can't just work on it the way I can't just close it and work on it. It won't stay like that. So I'm opening it up to the middle and kind of laying it flat. That's the best way that I can actually work on it. This is as flat as it can get. So right now, here you see me, I'm trying to figure out how I want to layer some of these papers. Like I said, some of these are vintage papers, some of them are just tea stained. I'm trying to see what works. In the end, what I decide on is using that piece of envelope at the corner and then using that vintage paper, and it kind of makes it look like in the format of like a composition notebook. So again, I kind of like the way that looks. I'm just going to fold over these edges, cut off the corners so I can fold it. I don't think I'm gonna go back in to put like scrapbook papers on the inside. I don't feel like it's necessary. Besides, I'm completed with this journal, so I don't feel like adding, I don't feel like adding extra pages, decorated pages on the inside is completely necessary. So I'm just going to fold the edges, come again, and glue them. And like I said, that adhesive that adhesive glue is pretty strong. It's a lot like Fabri-Tac, and Fabri-Tac works on fabric, so of course it's gonna easily work on paper. So this glue behaves this way. I did a video a while back from Craftelier. I was able to try out some of their products, and I'm glad I found that glue because it was a great alternative Fabri-Tac. And sometimes Fabri-Tac can get kind of expensive, so I think that was a pretty good alternative. If for those of you who may not be in America, if you want to glue like Fabri-Tac, if you heard about it, that's a good alternative to use. So now I'm just going through sticker book, see if I can add some layers, kind of bring up. So I have some stickers from American Craft and Maggie Holmes, and I'm just seeing what I can do. I didn't really have any plans for decorating the cover. I'm just kind of going with the flow. So of course I'm looking for some pinks. I'm looking to see what stickers kind of work and seeing if I could layer it. I really like this sticker book. I got it from Joann's. It was only like $10. It wasn't on sale. Of course, if it was on sale, it would have been a lot cheaper. But I really like it. I haven't used it as much just yet, but I know I'm going to use it a lot more. It's a great book for like when you're journaling. So I'm going to take these two kind of label ticket stickers and layer them together. Now I'm just going to go back in with this vintage page and then layer these stickers to kind of form a cluster. Of course, what's any spread for me without florals? So I am going to go back in and look for floral stickers that I can add. I like that butterfly, but I thought the green was a little bit too much. So for these stickers, since they are kind of like cardstock, I would suggest, if you're doing, I didn't really do it this time, but I would suggest that you would go and that you put glue on those stickers, like once you figure out where you want to place them, so that way they won't come out, especially with this type of journal because it is so chunky. I should have did that. I didn't do it this time. Like I said, since this is finished, I probably won't be opening it as much. So, but if I start seeing it, the stickers start to lift, then I'll go back in and put some glue on it. Or you could just tape over the whole thing. Now, one thing that I didn't show on the video is that I covered the spine with my favorite gold washi tape. It's kind of a champagne color. And now I just kind of want to add, make it more me, and add some pearlescent paint to the side. So I'm testing it with this scrapbook piece of paper to see if I like it. This kind of softens the look up. It makes it look more, I don't know, maybe cottagecore. So I'm taking some white gesso, and then I kind of want to keep a light touch. I just kind of want to soften the look up. And I'm going all around. Some of it is better if I just smudge it with my fingers, so I'm alternating between the brush and my fingers to give it like a really soft look. That pink pearlescent paint is actually a folk art paint. You can get it at the craft aisle. It's not as cheap as the you know, the regular matte paints. But it's kind of like a duo color, so it looks one way, you know, one angle, and it changes, so there's like a nice sheen to it. It's like a nice lavender pearlescent sheen, but it can kind of changes the colors, you know, depending on what angle. So here I'm just putting a little bit more gesso. You don't really need the gesso. I just thought that will kind of help the pearlescent paint to stand out more. Of course, if you do it without the gesso, it's going to be more of a transparent look, and once you turn it into the light, then you'll be able to really see it. But it's not really necessary. It's just, again, I kind of wanted to soften the look of the edges. It kind of looked really harsh, so that's the reason why I'm going in with gesso. So I'm going to do that on both sides, on the back side as well, and then just go around the edges. The other benefit of this is that it blends the papers in a little bit more. So like the vintage paper, it blends it into the scrapbook paper, and all makes it seem like it's one notebook. So that's kind of one of the pluses of doing it that way. The trick here is not to have a lot on your brush. You kind of, that's why I have a wipe. I didn't want too much. I just wanted it to be a subtle, soft look. I think I accomplished it pretty well. So now, with this journal being so fat, so chunky, it needs a closure because it doesn't really close on its own. So like even sitting up, it stays kind of open. So I wanted to add another, I want to add some sort of closure. I'm going to add a ribbon, and to do that, I'm going to take my crocodile and punch a hole. Now, I didn't really plan this out perfectly. I was just kind of going with the flow. I had this, I don't know, I don't think it's silk, but it's like a silk-like ribbon from Hobby Lobby. I'm just cutting it down to how much I think I'm gonna need. I really should have glued the ribbon first and then tried to punch the hole. It would have been a lot easier to do that with the ribbon on there, but it still works. So I'm gluing on the inside. Like I said, if I cared about the inside covers that much, I would have gone back in and put another sheet of paper, a nice piece of paper over the ribbon and all that kind of stuff. But I'm done with this journal, so I don't care as much. So I'm going to do the same to the other side, kind of find the approximate spot. And then now I'm going to take my crocodile and punch it with the ribbon attached already to it. And this is why I kind of said it's important. You want to attach the ribbon first, because of course once you try to go back through it with the crocodile, it's not going to punch through that fabric as easily by itself. So what I did, I just took some scissors and tried to make a hole through it. Now I'm going to take that washer, or what do you call them, grommet, and put it in right there. All right, I'm back. I did have to do a lot of stuff off camera because it was giving me some trouble, and it was a weird angle anyway, so you couldn't really see what was happening. But I went ahead and finished it off. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it like this. I had some, these little corner brackets from Craftelier. I can't find my pliers to really close it, so if it stays on there, it stays on there. It's not on there perfectly, but that's because I can't really find my pliers to pinch them correctly. So if I find them, then we'll add the ones to the back as well. Right now, since this journal is finished, it's just gonna be on the shelf anyway, so I'm not gonna be too choosy over it. I also added a bow right here. Not that I needed to, just wanted to. And then I was extra. I don't know if I'm going to keep this charm on here or not, but it's just an old charm that I had already made and it wasn't being used for anything. So I said to myself, why not? And I just used like a Tim Holtz pin, like one of those safety pins. Like I said, I don't know if it's gonna work for me having this on here, but I thought it wouldn't hurt. And then I have this ribbon from Hobby Lobby. For right now, I just have it tied up this way. I don't know if I'm gonna add it to the front like this, but this is how I have it tied up right now. So yes, that is the end. I am officially finished with this journal. I guess I should have a title for it, but I don't know what I'm gonna title it. So once I figure that out, I'll title it later. But overall, this is my look to my A6 Hobonichi. That was a flip through and my cover redo. So if you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comment sections. If you like what you saw, you can subscribe for more videos like this. And I hope, like I said, I hope it inspires you in your own journals. If you have a Hobonichi or want to try a Hobonichi, you know, give it a go. If not, you don't have to do Hobonichi. Any notebook pretty much works. But this was my first one, and I am officially done. So thanks for joining me. Bye.